Discover the NAB Show, the ultimate destination for media, entertainment and technology professionals. Explore innovation and connect with industry leaders right here in Las Vegas. Well, we're here in Vegas at NAB with Clear-Com and Dave. Dave, com's obviously so important in the broadcast and media industries, but for those who don't know, just tell us about your position within that industry.
Yeah, so we focus solely on mission critical communications. It's what we do. It's built into every system that we have. And people are used to having a Clear-Com that just works out of the box, works every time you need it, very rugged, very reliable. And so we're adding to that with our showing here at NAB, and we're excited about the future of the space.
And what trends have you been seeing within the industry?
So there's a lot more towards IP, obviously, and cloud and some of those other things that are coming out. There's some stuff with AI that's really interesting. We are trying to stay focused on what our workflows are and what our customers want. And one of the biggest things we're releasing at the show is a belt pack called FreeSpeak Icon. And that's a big change for kind of what the industry has seen. A lot more buttons, a lot more functionality, but also very rugged. So one of the things with our kind of reliable mantra is that we want to be able to kind of drop kick this across the floor and have it still work, and it does.
Right, we'll test that, will we?
Yeah, we can if you want to. Yeah, easy.
So you say it's on a belt pack?
Yeah, belt pack, but it also can be mounted on a desk, has a speaker, microphone, works on our 1.9 system, so for existing FreeSpeak 2 users, they can add this to their system, so it's a kind of an add-on, or for a new system, they could go all Icon. But it gives us kind of a boss pack or a higher end pack that's more functional. So in my previous life as a broadcaster, I would have loved to have had this on my desk, speaker, microphone, then I can pick it up, put it on my belt, and go walk through the studio or around the newsroom and have it work. So it's really kind of the best of both worlds.
And mission critical, you mentioned there. Is it only broadcast, or have you gone further afield with this?
Yeah, we do a lot in live entertainment, so concerts and that sort of thing. We also do a ton with military, aerospace, and government, not just for the US, but internationally. And stuff like this is really big on, say, maritime, where you're working in shipping or industrial, in a manufacturing plant. And it's made in the US, which is great, especially with kind of the recent tariff stuff, but also the build quality is really high. And so, we're excited about what this year is going to offer and what Icon's going to do for us, but we're also excited about what it does. It opens up a lot of avenues for us in the future.
And is this available to buy right now?
Yep, you can buy it right now. Contact your dealer. We have a great partner network, and they are the primary point of contact to get yourself an Icon.
And how do you think this stands out from the competition?
So, in my mind, this is the most functional belt pack on the market right now, and I think that probably holds true. But the cool part about what we're doing is this ties in with all of our existing systems. So with some of our competitors, if you were to upgrade to the latest and greatest, you would need to replace everything that you have. You don't have to do that with Icon. You can upgrade your existing system. And so it really fills out the suite of tools that we have and adds another kind of cutting edge tool, but without having to go through and spend all the capital to replace everything.
You mentioned some of the trends that were around.
Yeah.
One of the things you mentioned there was AI. Everybody's talking about it, of course,
yeah.
But where do you think the Comcast will be heading next, and how will you meet that demand?
Well, so it's interesting to see, I don't want it to be gimmicky, right? So I'm in charge of product management. I want it to be functional and useful to our users. I feel like some of our friends in the broadcast industry have added AI in a superficial way. We're looking at it more in a deep, controlled, how can we service the needs of the end user? And so, things like being able to ask AI a question and get a response, or have AI do certain things, on your system, those are the things that we're looking to do in the future. We want to do that right. We don't want it to be a gimmick. And so, we're excited about kind of what's coming out. This belt pack in particular and the rest of our systems are already enabled to be able to take advantage of some of that stuff. And so, over the next couple months, we're going to see more, not just from the industry, but especially from Clear-Com.
Exciting times.
It is, yeah, very excited.
Well, great to see you at the show, and enjoy it.
Thanks, you too.